taxis, jeepneys, habal-habal, or other means of transportation through land, there's also an alternative way to go to Cebu from Lapu-Lapu without facing the terrors of traffic and being late for school, work, or any other important event where you must go to, and that is riding the ferry boat. The ferry boat in Lapu-Lapu will take you to Pier 3 of Cebu. Then, you can walk to the gate of the port and find yourself a taxi or jeepney towards your final destination. The ferry boat is very famous to the Oponganos, especially to the students, because they find it faster as a means of transportation going to Cebu. So how are we going to ride the ferry? First, we locate where the port is. It is behind the shrine of Nuestra Señora Virgen de la Regla. We walk down a slope road and line up to get our tickets to ride the ferry. So now we're here in Cebu Mactan Ferry Terminal. As you can see, here are the boats. Here are the people. And the city which we are planning to go to is over there. After this, we're gonna line up, get our tickets, ride the ferry boat, and show you how it's done. Yeah! So how are we going to ride the ferry? Now, as you can see, before we ride, to get our tickets, there are two lines. They say, naay ticket and walay ticket, which basically means you have a ticket and you don't have the ticket. If you don't have a ticket, go buy one. The fare is 14 pesos for regular rate, 12 pesos for students and senior citizens, and 8 pesos for children's ages 8 to 12 years old. Ticket prices here, if you're riding as regular, they pay 14 pesos. And if you're a student or senior citizen, they pay 12 pesos. And if you have children 4 to 12 years old, they pay 8 pesos only. So, we got our money and paid the booth teller. Then, she gave me the tickets we just paid for. After paying and getting our tickets, we lined up so that we could now ride the boat. But before riding the boat, we had to give our tickets to another booth teller and pay 1 peso for the terminal fee. Then, the teller gave us another pass to ride the boat. Do not lose this pass, for you will not be able to ride the boat once you lose it. The last thing we did before waiting to embark the boat is that we wrote our names in a manifesto, or so-called logbook. We waited for a signal from a person in authority that we could ride the boat. After hearing the signal, we immediately walked onto the ramp to the boat. Do not rush to the boat. It can accommodate a lot of people, and besides, some boats are just there waiting for the boat ahead of them to be fully loaded. So the ride takes about 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to Pier 3, I think, in Cebu. Actually, I'd rather ride this rather than face the traffic, which will get me up to 1 hour just to get to Cebu, really. So right now, we're leaving Cebu Mactan Ferry Terminal. And it's gonna be a bumpy ride, I think. Actually, I'm scared of boats. I don't usually ride boats. And I hope this is gonna be a fun ride for me and for the crew, which is behind the camera. Yeah. We found ourselves a decent spot in the boat and sat comfortably, enjoying the view, and when the engine starts to rumble and crumble, enjoy the ride. So now, currently, on my right side, here's the Cebu City. I don't know which part particularly, but this is the Cebu Island in general. And on the left part, if you can see in the camera later, That's the Lapu City, which we've been, and that's the place where I came from. Upon reaching Pier 3, be patient and calm on disembarking the boat. Do not push people in front of you to avoid accidents. And you can always say excuse me when you are in a hurry. So we're near the port, and I was expecting a 20-minute ride, but actually it was more like a 15-minute ride for me. And you can see it's a better port than the Lapu-Lapu port. So here we are. We're just gonna wait for the boat to stop. We're gonna cross that ramp too, so let's go. And that's it. But when you want to go back to Lapu-Lapu, just follow the same steps that you did upon going to Cebu. And don't forget, enjoy your trip. So now we're here in Cebu Port, basically Cebu in general. And now we're going back to Lapu-Lapu. And as you can see, here's the entrance to the Cebu Port. We're gonna ride a ferry back. Basically, the same things that we did in Lapu-Lapu Port. Gonna line up, get our tickets, ride the ferry boat. Come on. So the rate from Cebu to Lapu-Lapu is also the same, from Lapu-Lapu to Cebu. Upat natin. Here's the ticket. It's hot. Hotter than Lapu-Lapu, you know. Again, we're gonna write our names to signify that we're riding ferry on the page. So now we're waiting for the boat to be filled up. I don't think they're gonna fill this up though. But if they do, it will take us more time waiting rather than riding the boat. So the boat is now slowing down because we're near the port of Lapu-Lapu. It took about roughly 16 minutes. Wasn't expecting that. But overall it was a smooth ride. The air was cold, it was breezy, it was good. Basically that's it. We taught you how to ride from Lapu-Lapu to Cebu and Cebu to Lapu-Lapu. And there are benefits in riding the ferry. First, it's cool and breezy, it's less hassle, and it's cheaper, of course. And most of all, it's faster than riding through the traffic inland, especially in the Mactan bridges. So I really recommend riding the ferry upon going to Cebu City.